guys, welcome back to my Nyx Reads book channel, and today I want to review The Maid by Nita Prose. This is the first book I finished this month, and I was so surprised by how much I loved it. I gave it 4.5 out of 5 stars. This is what I would call a cozy mystery. It is just under 300 pages long, so it's not a big commitment time-wise. Our amazing main character in the story is Molly Gray. She is 25 years old and she works as a hotel maid in the Grand Regency Hotel. It's a bougie hotel in Art Deco style, which is also reflected on the cover of this book, which by the way I really like. It's super eye-catching, also with the keyhole in the middle. So Molly used to live with her grandma, who's unfortunately now passed away. She was a huge help for her, not only because she was basically the only family that Molly has, but also because Molly struggles with her social skills. It is very hard for her to pick up on social cues and to read in between the lines and pick up on people's body language. She also has an obsession with cleanliness, precision, and etiquette, which in turn actually makes her the perfect fit to be a hotel maid because she really is passionate about her job and she throws herself into her work and sees a lot of purpose in it. Which is, by the way, such a nice angle to read in a book, to have someone so content with their work. And the story actually starts with Molly wanting to go into one of the suites to clean it, but she finds a dead man in the bed. The dead man is Mr. Black, who is a very well-known business tycoon, so this makes quite the headlines. This mystery is very character-driven, not plot-driven. So if you're looking for a story with a lot of twists and turns and clues that have to be unfolded, then this might not be the book for you. So you see the world through Molly's point of view, which is really interesting because you see what Molly sees. So if she doesn't pick up on something, then you on the reader might miss out on something as well, and only gradually you notice that maybe something's a bit fishy. And because she's a bit different in the way that she interacts with the detective, she actually becomes a murder suspect. Molly seems to be a misfit, but she is an absolutely lovable character because at any given time she wants to put her best foot forward. She's a genuine person who is very hopeful. She had an amazing relationship with her grandma, and she tries to look out for her friends and colleagues as best as she can. And it is absolutely infuriating to see the people around her talk down to her and mistreat her. And there's people in here who will take advantage of her big heart. It's very maddening. But just because she can't instantly pick up on dishonesty and lies, it doesn't mean that she's a gullible person. She is fierce, she can stand up for herself, she can be very sassy and unintentionally funny in what she says. So what I really enjoyed about this book is feeling like you're Molly's friend and seeing her through this debacle in the hotel. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that Molly as a character is probably gonna be one of my favorite characters that I read about the whole year. What I really appreciated in the story is that after the revelation of the mystery, which as I mentioned, it's not very plot driven, you are more focused on the character Molly and the relationships she has with either her grandma or her friends and colleagues. You actually spend a bit of time with her afterwards and to see how everything unfolds. One trope that I noticed that the author uses is not only does Molly have issues with her social skills, which already makes her life at times a bit more complicated than for other people, but then she also has a complicated background and she struggles financially. So the author throws in one struggle for Molly after the other, and it's quite manipulative because you know that this is meant to make you feel for the main character. But I have to say, it completely works. I totally fell for it, gladly. I absolutely felt for Molly and I wanted her to have a better life. So there's definitely some emotional manipulation in here, but it was really effective. The reason why I docked it half a star is because of the ending. I wasn't too happy with that, but I don't want to give anything away, so I will leave a spoilery review on my Goodreads account, which I will link down below. So if you have already read this and you're just watching this review to see what everybody else thinks, then you're welcome to check that out. So I want to set your expectations straight. If you're thinking about picking this book up, it is a cozy mystery, so it is not a thriller with a lot of twists and turns because it's not very plot heavy. It's really about Molly dealing with the idea of suddenly being a murder suspect and her interactions and her relationships with, let's say, the detective, but also with the colleagues that work at the Grand Hotel. So I recommend this book to anybody who's ready for a really nice cozy mystery with a great lovable character in the middle. I saw that there might be a movie adaptation of this novel with Florence Pugh to play Molly, so I'm going to keep my eye out for that. So let me know if you want to pick up this book or if you have already read it, and let me know what you thought of it. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you love book content, and I'll see you next time. Bye!